It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. How many times has this thought crossed your mind? If it doesn't rain, I'm not going to have what I need to feed my livestock. And if you don't get the rain, you do get the added expenses. Buying feed, and you'll always run out before you planned. Getting hay, and it will always be harder to find and more expensive than you anticipated. Sending them to the grow yard where you aren't in control. Every business has its risks, but most other businesses have a way to protect themselves. Row crop farmers have their crop insurance. They can protect against freeze, hail, wind, flood, and even drought. What about the livestock or hay producer? There isn't crop insurance for us. Actually, there is. There is a program that protects against the most commonly feared weather risk of them all, lack of rainfall. This program is called Pasture, Rangeland, and Forage, PRF for short. It's a subsidized program, so the end result in your participation is that you're expected to collect more than you pay over time. To show you how this is not only possible, but normal, let's answer 3 questions. Why does PRF work? How does it work? And how well does it work? Why does it work? PRF works the way it does because of subsidies. The federal crop insurance program greases the wheels for smoother and quicker functionality, if you will. Because our country's farmers and ranchers bear the heaviest burden concerning our citizens' food source, the government saw fit to help ease it in the way of subsidizing insurance coverage. In fact, PRF participants pay a little less than half of their premium, and the government takes care of the rest. How does it work? PRF is a completely electronic measuring system handled by the impartial third party, NOAA. NOAA has been recording and reporting rainfall data for the U.S. since 1948. They have a tried and true system for accurately accounting for the dry and wet patterns experienced nationwide. And they use a system that narrows their measurements down to less than 15 miles square. In other words, your rainfall won't just be lumped in with your county. How well does it work? Well, this is the question that you may get varying answers for if you ask people who haven't tried our coverage formula. We found the easiest way to tell how something will work in the future is to see how it worked in the past. And we were able to use the data provided by NOAA to figure how PRF would have worked for the past 20 years, using that historical data. We can tell you with just your state and county how PRF would have performed the past 20 years with the Ag Defense's recommended coverage formula. See those positive numbers? They far outweigh the negative, and that is what this program does almost everywhere if set up the way it typically works best. And there you have it, the answer to all your dry and desperate woes, the Pasture, Rangeland, and Forage program. For a more detailed description, click the link in the description box below. And if you want to see your own personal 20-year history, please contact us by emailing or calling our office. At Ag Defense, we want to defend you and your operation against all of life's risks.